Hello and happy Wednesday, friends. So let's talk. Let's talk about something. Something that nobody wants to talk about. So, sin, and let me back up and say I'm talking to my brothers and my sisters here, Abba's kids. So this morning I was looking something up, and this is something that I've heard before, but I wanted to make sure about. The word sin is missing the mark. Sin is like an archer who misses his target. So, with that being said, let's talk about things you'll hear either when you do sin or when somebody just doesn't like what you're doing and they're calling it sin because they don't like it. And let's talk about how other people will hand you their wounds and their trauma wrapped in religious speak. And here's what I mean by that. When you sin, for instance, and you miss the mark, let's say someone comes along and says, I'm not sure you were ever saved. I don't think, were you ever saved? Maybe you need to do some soul searching. They'll ask things like that. And if you have a problem with the things that they'll say, they'll come back. Well, I didn't say it. God said it. So if you don't like what I said, then you have a problem with him, not me. Ooh, that's the tool of the devil, isn't it? Ask a little question to plant doubt. Are you sure you were ever saved? I'm not sure. And then they'll come back with, well, by their fruits you will know them. And, if you're a Christian, you're going to have good behavior and good fruit and good morals. And you're not doing that right now. So I'm not sure that you ever were. Maybe you should ask yourself that question. That's the tool of Satan. He came in the garden to Eve. Did God really say not to eat of any tree? Did God really say? Plant a little seed of doubt so that some people will pull those things out so that later if you come back and say, you told me I wasn't saved. You said I wasn't a Christian. I never said that. Plausible deniability. That's a tool of Satan. Abba was talking about those that are his. He said, no man can pluck them out of my hand. Once you're his, permanent, forever, fused with him, one spirit with him. The effect of that, those questions, whew. When I was growing up, that was a big one in the religion that I grew up in. Have you heard it? Well, were you ever really saved? Plant that seed of doubt in those who belong to God, so that you go back and pray the prayer over and over and over again, thinking, well, maybe I didn't do it right last time. There's a verse in the Bible that says, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus rose from the dead, that he's real, you're saved. You're his. That's all it takes. It's not a special prayer. Don't let someone else's woundedness convince you that maybe you were never God's kid to begin with. Ooh, scary. Nope, let it lie. Let their comment lie there on the floor. Don't pick it up. Don't take it as yours. You may hear things like, if you do sin, you may hear something like, God's going to break you. He's going to punish you. He's going to spank you. That's not God. That's not our Abba. That is someone else's woundedness projecting onto you. He doesn't do that. He trains for the future. He never punishes for your past. Ever. You may hear things like, one comment that I heard was, well, you or one of your kids may get cancer and die because of this sin in your life. Really? God's going to strike me down? Cause myself or one of my kids to get cancer and die? Is that really Abba's heart? John 3:17, I believe, says, "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved." He came in and said, "Oh, this sin is hurting you. Let me take it. I am the solve. I'm the solution. I'm the answer." He didn't come in to beat it out of us. That is not our Abba. That may be some earthly fathers, but that is not our Abba, and that is not his heart, and that is not how he operates. What are some other things that you've heard? What are some things that you've heard dressed in religious speak that make it sound like God is out to get you? That the second you sin, the second you miss the mark, he'll strike you down. And that the foundation, your very foundation of I belong to him, is ripped out from under you by other people handing you their woundedness. Don't take it. Don't fall for it. Know that when you're his permanently, forever. And sin has been taken care of. It no longer defines you. And those doubts, those questions, were you ever saved to begin with? I'm not so sure. Has nothing to do with you. So walk free, my friends. Enjoy the day, knowing that you are safe, secure, and absolutely adored and loved by the one who made you. Thanks for listening. Bye.